if you're owning a travel agency, so what happens is that the surface level problem is like the trip planning involves too much back and forth between the travel agencies and clients, and like these tools, which is like emails on PDFs and all those things, which leads to slow approvals and operational delays.
Like there is no common place for them to keep this data.
Okay, so that even client can also check it, right?
Yeah, like what platform are they booking these services from? Who are their service providers? And when will they get the approvals and all?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that might be a reason.
Now you combine them at one place and then they move ahead to Europe. So these are the requirements that occur, right? So see, our main goal is to get whatever we think on the piece of paper, okay, and then build it out something. You can say it's kind of a low fidelity wireframe or prototype or whatever the thing is, and then get the stakeholders' feedback so that I iterate again, right? Not everyone is not there or in front of the system. So that is also what I feel. That's why they use different channels itself. So, as per our understanding or based upon the assumptions that we are taking, these are the common things that I am understanding. So I feel that main thing is we have a dashboard page where you can see the total number of trips that you have planned, how much is in progress, and this is finalized, right? So let's create a new trip. Let's say you wanted to plan a trip to India trip, and the client name is Adit Pixel, and you just wanted to start it the trip today and just have ended on 31st and save the changes. So see, if you can see, this is there. And if you wanted to add notes like don't forget. So I just added the notes. Next, after that, the cab transfer facility will be there and all, and I can save the changes. Similarly, I can add the activity if they wanted to have pursue some activity. I can just edit it and something like that. So it's like that. Now, what happens is that I can have my trip overview over here. What I'll do on day 1, day 2, day 3, and what's the total budget I'm having and how much duration is there. Now, the exciting part is that the client view, which is like how the client will be reviewing it. Let's say you are a travel agency and you send it to the client. So they will be reviewing it, the details itself, and they can be just approve or reject right away. And let's say this is the agency view. What you can see is that you can just directly share this. That's how it looks. Thing is, imagine if you are owning a travel agency. So what happens is that in that agency, there are two kinds of users. So first of all, we have the clients, and then you have the agency owner. So we are building or designing this product based upon the agency owner, like from their perspective. But what happens is that if you wanted to go to Europe, what usually the agencies do, they'll firstly tell you what is the pre-departure thing, which is like you have to get the visa copies, uh, like the passport and all those things. So these are the pre-requirements. Then they have to fix their flight bookings and transports, and then we have the stay bookings. Like these are the different elements that they have to go across, like the activities and all. Now, these are all the requirements as per now. Is the surface level problem is like the trip planning involves too much back and forth between the travel agencies and buyers, and like these tools, which is like emails on PDFs and all those things, which leads to slow approvals and operational delays. So this is what like the surface level thing what we have received, and after that, over here we just understood about what are the steps that is involved in trip planning and what is that the problem associated with it, right? The main insight that we can gather from this is the real problem isn't too many messages. It's a lack of shared and structured space where planning and approvals can happen seamlessly. See, the point is ultimately what I feel is at the end, giving that update, visibility of system status should be at a single level so that everyone can check it asynchronously. A real thing, what I'm assuming is there is the same, the visibility of system, like what exactly the thing is going on. Even the client and agency are not able to collaborate on that single platform. that is the main cause right now. We are having two folks, like one is the agencies and second is the clients. Like these are the major participant over there, right? There will be two views. One will be client view and one will be the agency view of the platform itself, right? And if I talk about that, so now this wall is there and this is like a way to have the communication. So clients and agencies do back and forth, and we can, these arrows indicates the conversation that is being going on. As per the common thing, what we can have it, the conversations can be covered with the comments. Now the second thing is, let's say agencies have planned the trip. So the planning is like this, which is like step one, step two, step three. So the thing that we have noticed was status, like started, pending, approved. So again, the second feature might be status. It's not clear what kind of status will be showing, but yeah, this is one of them. Now, status and comments, those two things will be there. And third thing is like a timeline or the macro view. Macro view, this is what we can have is so that client and agencies can see, okay, this is the whole trip looks like. Okay, we are going from point A to point B. They can have a whole view of the same. So these are the main three things that we should have: comment, status, and timeline. Okay, let's say your requirement, it's kind of an input from the client, and then agencies plan it accordingly with using these components, right? And yeah, these two things will be required, and then the status will be there. Okay, so on at each block we have one pointer, the places, and this connecting thing is you can consider as slides, and these are the final. This is your itinerary, right? If we just pass this itinerary to the client, they will have key. I don't want to go to this place. They might disapprove it. Be wala. And then what happens is that we validated that status is there. And then again, so if we just, this is the first version, then this was the second version fixed by the client, like whatever the changes is there. And the third version will be again changed by the agencies, right? So then we have to highlight exactly what needs to be done. And then finally, on this point, they will be getting the approval. Okay, this is done. We have gathered is, first of all, pre-requirements will be there. Based upon that, the planning, using the planning components, they will give the itinerary. And then using that time, the status thing, and the comments, status and comments, they can just get the communication done. Ideal use case should be like if I'm the person, I don't have any time, and I say to the agency that I want to go to Europe with my family, plan it out for me. That's it. This is my only requirement I have. I wanted to visit from February to March 26. So I have whole 2 months. Just plan it out for me. Based on the discussion that we have, if we just give all these things to GPT itself, uh, and break it down for GPT, it will give you like PID, something like this. Where, so you also have to define the PID structure. So I already defined it. The scope is there, then goal, and then the problem, objective. Because since the scope is right now, we have to design only. That is the scope, and then defining the users, and these are the main features that we have discussed so far. Now, usually, what happens is that after the ideation phase, if we can write this PID thing up, it becomes pretty much easy for give the context to the AI agent. Passengers, this is the okay. So this is the prompt, and so if we just paste the same PID that we achieved after this whole stuff, then this whole thing becomes the prompt. Then now you just give to Lovable and magic will happen. Over here, if you can see, need to. That's what the feedback from the stakeholders, right? Uh, so that is there. And apart from that, they give other feedbacks also, like how their process looks like.